Deadlines lurking in the dark, Gantt charts glowing like a spark, teams all scattered, minds apart. Who's the glue? It's me, the heart. Emails flying, calls on hold, scope is creeping, stories told. The juggle is real, I'm spinning these wheels, holding it tight while chaos reveals. The juggle is real, the chaos appeals, keeping it moving, that's how it feels.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Vlad Krotov and I'll be your instructor for this course, CIS 603 Project Management. I would like to emphasize that the main purpose of this video is to help you get started with this course in Canvas. This video is not meant to replace the course syllabus. You still need to read the course syllabus on your own because this document, as you well know, contains many important rules, policies, grading procedures, and so forth. So this video is largely about getting started and completing this course using Canvas, and it will not touch on most of the important policies outlined in the syllabus. To get started with this course, you'll have to log in and enter the so-called splash screen of our course in Canvas. So it will look something like this. Here at the top, you will see up to 3 important course announcements. Now, I understand that nowadays people receive a lot of spam in their email inbox, and I don't want to contribute to that volume of emails, so I will only post announcements if it's something important, okay? Now, I will post weekly an announcement that contains the agenda for the upcoming week, and then if there's something important that I would like to remind you about, such as your midterm exam or project submission deadline, I will create another post. So usually I limit my announcements to 2 announcements per week, but if I post those announcements, please read them because they contain important information. To get started with this course, you need to click here on this icon that says Start Here. And here at the top, you will see the so-called Getting Started video, meaning the video that you're watching now. So if you're watching this video, it means you already got started with this course. But nevertheless, please complete Module 0 and Module 1 during the first week. These 2 modules will help you to get started with this course on the right foot. So when it comes to Module 0, you can read my bio. Obviously, you're not going to be tested on any of the aspects of my biography. As long as you know my name, that should suffice for the purposes of this class. You can also read the course welcome page that talks about the nature of this course, the subject matter of this course, which is project management. Please spend some time reading the syllabus because once again, it contains important rules and links to policies and procedures in relation to this course and the university as a whole. Now, also, I recommend that you get a textbook for this course. All of my lectures are based on the textbook by Kathy Schwalba, Information Technology Project Management 6th edition. 7th edition or 8th edition will also suit this course. So I'm giving you many options, and I deliberately keep the old edition as the basis for this course because usually you can find a used copy of the textbook for a very low price. But if you cannot find it, if you cannot find 6th edition, you can find 7th or 8th edition. There is not much change from one edition to the next, with the exception of some case studies. And usually I don't have too many case studies included in my video lectures. Also, please take a look at student services and resources available at Murray State University. Please familiarize yourself with important university policies, read about the learning tools that we're using for this course, and also the minimum technical requirements and skills required for this fully online course. Also, I'm asking you to introduce yourself and greet others in the so-called Introductions discussion thread, which is right here. This is your first discussion assignment. You can take a look at the discussion grading rubric. That's the rubric that I'm using to grade everybody's discussion posts. Generally, well, not generally, but in order to get full credit for a discussion post, you need to do at the minimum, right? At the minimum, you need to do 2 things. First of all, you need to create your own post addressing the question of the discussion thread. Like here, I'm asking you to introduce yourself, so that will be your post, your introduction. And then you need to respond to at least one peer in a meaningful way. Now, you're welcome to respond to more than one peer. You're welcome to respond to 2, 3, 4, 5 people, depending on how much time and interest you have. But at the minimum, you need to respond to at least one peer. If you don't do that, then you will not be able to get full credit for this discussion assignment. If you have any questions at this point, post a question to the general Q&A thread. Post your general questions about this course. By the way, if you want to answer somebody's question in that discussion thread, you're welcome to. If you have some ideas or comments. But anyways, anything that comes to your mind in relation to this course at this point can be posted to this discussion thread. And this discussion is not graded, so you don't have to respond. You don't have to post there. And then once you're done with this module, please take the introduction to the course quiz. Now, for this quiz, you will need a Respondus lockdown browser and a working web camera. Okay, that's the only quiz that requires that. Now, the reason I'm asking you to use these security tools is that it will prepare you for the midterm and final exam, because the midterm and final exam, they will also require you to use a lockdown browser and a working web camera when you take those exams, right? So that's why from week 1, I would like you to try it out to make sure you understand if you haven't done it before. Most people have done it before, so they know how it works. But in case you haven't, that will allow you to experience using a Respondus lockdown browser and a webcam, and also just see how it works so that when the time for the midterm exam comes, you won't be caught off guard with those technical requirements. Other quizzes, they don't require those security mechanisms. So that's module 0. Also, during the first week, you'll have to complete module 1. You can access that module right here. So yeah, both module 0 and module 1 are due by the end of the first week of this course. So all items here are due by the end of the first week of the course, and the end of that week will be August 24th. So one thing I would like you to do is familiarize yourself with the project management plan assignment. That's the major assignment for this course. It's worth 40% towards your final grade. So this document contains both the template that you will use for completing that assignment and instructions. Okay. Also, please take a look at the project management plan grading rubric. That's the rubric that I will use to grade your plan submission at the end of the semester. Review a sample project management plan, from one of my former students. Now, I would like to emphasize that I think this plan is good, but it's not perfect. I'm sure you can find some flaws, some improvement areas. So this is just to give you an illustration of what the final product will look like. Also, I'm highly recommending to you to install a free version of Project Libre open source software. It may seem like extra work. By the way, it's not required for you. I'm not requiring you to use that software for your project management plan. And it may seem like an extra task. However, if you download and install the software and also take time to learn it, it will save you a lot of time down the road. Like, for example, and by the way, this is not a hard tool to learn. I think this video is around 45 minutes and it will really help you get started. It will teach you everything that you need to know to do basic things in Project Libre. So this is like an open source project management software. I would say it's not probably a competitor, but an equivalent to Microsoft Project, which seems to be a more popular tool, but it's a commercial tool that requires a license. Now at Murray State, we do have an educational license for Microsoft Project, but there are a lot of hurdles to jump through, and the software also has some issues in relation to the installation process. Like, for example, it may conflict with your existing Microsoft Office installation. So that's why I'm using that open source free equivalent. So yeah, I highly recommend that you install it and learn it, because it will save you a lot of time down the road. Like, for example, you will use this tool to quickly create a work breakdown structure, which is a part of your project management plan assignment. And once you do that, you can quickly generate your Gantt chart, your network diagram. If you don't do it with Project Libre, it will probably take you many hours to generate those artifacts. Now, the downside of open source software, as you know, is that sometimes documentation is not readily available, or it's not of the quality that you would expect from a commercial product. But nevertheless, there are some global user groups that you can visit where you can ask your questions if you cannot find an answer by quickly Googling or quickly finding a tutorial on YouTube. So after you familiarize yourself with the project management plan requirements, please share your project management plan ideas with me. So this is like an approval mechanism. I'm okay with any idea for a project management plan assignment, as long as it's small, manageable, and doable, given the length of the semester. So this is an intensive, 7-week course. So don't select something big, something that requires a lot of time. It also has to be related to technology or information technology. I mean, it's okay if the project has some non-IT components like AC installation, but it cannot be just about AC installation, air conditioning. There needs to be some kind of software that is operating AC, like some kind of smart building solution or something like that. I also like when projects are related to your current work or future career aspirations. I mean, I like it when people blend what they learn in this course with what they're doing in their current employment place. Like, if they're planning a project, they can use some of the tools and ideas from this course to create a project plan for their organization. But again, this is not a requirement. So yeah, as long as your idea meets those 3 requirements, I'm okay with that. I think the biggest issue that I have sometimes, I think number one, people are proposing a project that is too big for the purposes of this class, so I will ask them to narrow it down in my response to your idea. And number two, I think the second problem sometimes is just not related to technology. I mean, it's related to HR issues, leadership issues. There's no technology component to it. So I will also point that out if that's the case. Again, to get full credit for this discussion assignment, you need to give feedback to other people as well. I mean, help them refine their idea. If something is not clear, be honest. I'll be brutally honest. If I don't understand your idea, I'll just say, look, I just don't understand your idea, to give you any feedback. Can you please clarify those parts? And then you need to respond to my comments or questions as well. Also, take a look at the effective writing handout that I put together. Again, most people know those rules of effective business writing, but in case you need a refresher, please go over this tutorial and then take the quiz here to show me that you familiarize yourself with the effective writing tips. By the way, quizzes, as you can see, quizzes here have 2 attempts, okay? So you can take it once. If you don't like the grade, you can retake it. So my quizzes are not meant to catch you off guard. They're meant to leave a trace that you went through certain materials, and also for you to understand how much you know or don't know in relation to a particular topic, because those quizzes will approximate your grade if you were to take a real exam. Okay, so this is module 1. So again, I would like to remind you that module 0, getting started module, and module 1 items are due at the end of the first week of the course. And then you will proceed one module at a time. So during the second week, you'll complete module 2. So everything is due by the end of week 2. So here you will complete chapter 1 of the textbook, chapter 2. So typically you'll have to watch a video presentation and read the corresponding chapter. Then you'll take chapter 2 quiz. So again, it has 2 attempts, just like all other quizzes. And then there are some discussion assignments here in module 2. Then in module 3, you have additional chapters, chapter 3 and no, it's only chapter 3 plus Scrum Agile materials. Then in module 4, you will have chapter 4, chapter 5, and also you have your midterm exam. So your midterm exam, just like your first quiz, will require a Respondus lockdown browser software and a working webcam. Please take a look at the midterm study guide before you attempt the exam. Okay, there is a deadline for this exam. So it's basically the end of week 4, which is September 14th. So you have to take the midterm exam by then. So here you have some information about the exam format. So, and also the material that is covered. Then during week 5, you will have to cover everything, all the items by the end of week 5. And then there's one item that has a different deadline, which is September 24th. And that's your project management plan draft. So it's basically the first, I would say 50 or 60% of your project management plan assignment. Okay. So please take a look at the template here. Okay. And also the attached rubric. By the way, this template is the same as the template for the actual project management plan assignment. So you'll submit at least the first half of your project management plan up to the work breakdown structure. This includes an appendix with a detailed work breakdown structure, or you can simply submit a Microsoft project or Project Libre file containing the work breakdown structure. Now, the way it works is that it has a modified scale, which means that the draft is out of 50 points. Okay. However, you can earn up to 60 points for your draft based on the draft rubric. So, if you look at the template here, so yeah, you will see that the template goes all the way to the work breakdown structure, and that will be like your, I guess, bonus area. So let me show you. So basically, these work breakdown structure items, I mean, I need to double check the scale of the rubric and how it's entered in Canvas, but the last part, which is the work breakdown structure, it's like a bonus area, okay? If you do it, you can actually get 60 or more than 50 points, up to 60 points out of 50, okay? So hopefully that will remove some of the pressure. So because your section, your draft does not have to be perfect, right? But as long as you complete all of those items and you do a decent job completing these items, yeah. So you see it's 15 times 4, so it's 60 points, right? But the grade is out of 50. So and again, the bonus area does not have to be the work breakdown structure. What I'm saying is that as long as you complete all those sections and you lose points here and there, you can still get 50 out of 50, or even some bonus points. Some people get bonus points as well. Okay. So I hope you understand that this is done to remove some of the pressure. Your draft does not have to be perfect. The most important thing is to complete the draft, okay? And I think this draft assignment has several benefits. First of all, I can give you feedback before you submit your final project management plan that is worth 40% of your final grade. This assignment is only worth 5% of your final grade, so it's not like high stakes assignment. But nevertheless, you have to do it. I'll give you feedback, and also I think it will push you to create your project management plan in advance, and not to wait until the last couple of weeks of the semester to start working on it. So yeah, this is although the weight is small, I think this is a very important assignment to maximize your points for the actual project management plan assignment, which is again the most important deliverable of this course. Then during week 6, you will complete chapter 8, and also you will complete chapter 9, okay? And then the 7th week, it's a bit tricky because there are many items there and they have different deadlines. So please pay attention to those deadlines. They're different. So for example, chapter 10 and data science materials are due on October 5th. The final exam is due October 6th. So after you complete all those materials, you should be able to take the final exam. And then you'll have until October 8th to finalize your final project management plan report. This is the latest date I can wait because I have my own grade submission deadline. So the actual project management plan report have to be submitted by this date. Unfortunately, I cannot accept any late submissions. So once you do that, you will complete the course and you will be officially done with CIS 603. Okay, once again, thank you for listening. I wish you best of luck in this course. If you have any questions about this course at this point, please post your questions to the course Q&A discussion thread in the Getting Started module. And if you want to contact me about something personal, then please use that inbox feature in Canvas. I mean, I do check my Murray State email, but I get so many emails there. Sometimes student emails get lost and all that, those organizational spam, as I call it. So you'll be much better off sending me an email in Canvas. In that case, I will know who you are, which course you're from, and there's a little chance that your message will get lost. So once again, I wish you best of luck with this course. Please let me know if you have any questions. If there's anything I can do to help you get started with this course, please let me know either in the course Q&A discussion thread or by sending me a message in Canvas. Thank you.
Deadlines lurking in the dark, Gantt charts glowing like a spark, teams all scattered, minds apart. Who's the glue? It's me, the heart. Emails flying, calls on hold, scope is creeping, stories told. The juggle is real, I'm spinning these wheels, holding it tight while chaos reveals. The juggle is real, the chaos appeals, keeping it moving, that's how it feels. Stakeholders shouting, what's the plan? Budget shrinking, oh man, oh man, oh man. Burnout knocking, hold my hand. But I'm the captain, I'll make it stand. Charts exploding, updates late. Still I'm steering, change the fate. The juggle is real, I'm spinning these wheels, holding it tight while chaos reveals. The juggle is real, the chaos appeals, keeping it moving, that's how it feels. Still I'm steering, change the fate. Budget shrinking, oh man, oh man, oh man. Burnout knocking, hold my hand. But I'm the captain, I'll make it stand. Charts exploding, updates late. Still I'm steering, change the fate. The juggle is real, I'm spinning these wheels, holding it tight while chaos reveals. The juggle is real, the chaos appears.